His wife mixed the last bit of milk with water. That was all they had to eat for the day. The father gave what little food remained to his daughter, while he went out job hunting on an empty stomach. But the docks were packed with unemployed workers, and unfortunately, the foreman didn't pick him. Who would have thought this former boxing champion couldn't even make ends meet anymore? Yet when he got home, there was a sausage on the table. But his wife was furious, and their son sat alone in the corner. The man said nothing. He took his son with him to return the sausage. On the way home, his son said a friend had been sent away, just because his family didn't have enough food. He was scared he'd be sent away too. The man made his son promise not to steal, and swore he'd never send any of his children away. His son threw himself into his arms, sobbing. Fortunately, his manager lined up a fight for him, but before the match, he injured his right hand. Still, for that $50 payday, he stepped into the ring anyway. The fight went terribly. Angry spectators hurled peanuts at the ring, which infuriated the promoters. Not only did he not get paid, they revoked his boxing license. Now he'd lost his only source of income. His wife suggested sending the kids to relatives, but he refused immediately. He promised this family would never be split up. Then he pulled out a can of shoe polish and had his wife paint his cast black so he could keep trying his luck at the docks. But the meager earnings couldn't cover the electric bill, and the kids got sick. Finally, his wife sent the children away without telling him. When he came home, they had a huge fight, and then he left the house, swallowing what was left of his pride. He went to the relief office and collected $19 in aid. Then he went to the boxing commission, begging his former colleagues for help. Some helped him, others mocked him. Fighting back tears, he went to his manager, who covered the rest of what he needed, and so he brought his kids home. The family made it through the hardest times. Before long, his manager came to him again, with an important fight lined up, against the world's #2 ranked fighter. But just for showing up, he'd earned $250. He agreed immediately. Soon fight night arrived. His opponent was huge, with a massive reach that kept him at bay. Before long, he was knocked to the ground. He could have just stayed down and collected his money, but he just smiled and got back up. A man whom life itself couldn't break. How could one punch keep him down? Since his opponent had the longer reach, he closed the distance fast and fought in close. He absorbed the heavy punches, waiting for his chance to counter. Then he landed a devastating blow. That brilliant counter electrified the crowd. Even his manager couldn't believe it, and started cheering wildly with everyone else. In the end, he defeated the world's #2. That victory made him an overnight sensation. When he got home, he pretended to be disappointed. Just as his wife tried to comfort him, he suddenly said, "I won." The kids flew into his arms, overjoyed.